Oh, man.
Owen contest is set for one ball.
What else we can't wait for, GB? This next matchup.
Oh, boy.
This
is going to be good.
Making his SHW debut, the superstar.
I've been looking forward to this. We always bring some of the best young talent here. And this young man, just get ready. He's going to fly.
Going to have his work cut out for him as he takes on the working team captain, but this is going to be a great matchup.
So he's a member of a group called Top Team, and we've seen two of the other three members don the shores of Southern Honor, but now the trilogy is complete, and this guy is special. He is special, and I am so glad that Jay Lucas has finally made his way here to Southern Honor. This guy has been all over the wrestling world. We've seen him in Forever Pro, in Action, and even in AEW. Trained, of course, by the Nightmare Factory, and we know the relationship that we have with the Nightmare Factory. He's also been trained by AR Fox. So this guy has got some amazing tutelage here. What can he do in this scenario? That's the question.
Yeah, the kid's got the goods, but you know who else does? Former Southern Honor champion, Owen Knight.
And the thing is,
217
You hear that, Sal? The rookie and the vet.
Indeed he is. And you got to ask yourself this question. Well, not even a question. This man right here is one of the most honorable champions we've ever had. Oh.
trying to quit.
He's one of the most honorable champions we've ever had in the history of this company. We remember the road to the SHW championship for this man, Owen Knight. The second most title defenses of any SHW champion in our history. And it is a joy to have him back.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of which, the rate Joe Black's going, he might take over that top spot with title defenses.
You got that right, and he'll do it in record time.
In about a month and a half.
Right, at this rate.
By the way, Sal, did you say I'm trying to quit when he tried to give me a high five?
I did say that.
Okay, that's why I just make sure I heard that. Is there a particular reason? You're trying to remain unbiased here as a journalist.
I'm doing my Fonzie. I'm just calling it down the middle.
Okay, all right.
Walking the fine line.
I get it.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of a fine line, this crowd is divided down a fine line.
Here's the thing. Owen just defended the honor of Southern Honor at Still Here 6, being part of Team SHW. We really thought he was coming in here with his home field advantage, but a lot of fans for Jay Lucas.
But the thing is, we've never seen Jay Lucas on this stage before.
Well, there are people who came here, they're ready to see him. And one of the most difficult things to do is to debut in front of this crowd. Now, Sal, you know that feeling.
Absolutely.
What did it feel like your first time in Southern Honor, and how difficult is it to impress this crowd?
You've got to block it out. You've got to make it another night at the office, because if you take a half second to breathe in this air, to realize where you are and what you're doing, you're going to psych yourself out. This is a completely unique audience. I liken it to the first time I wrestled at the ECW Arena.
Wow.
I liken it to the first time I wrestled at the Manhattan Center. By the way, I'm really awesome. Digressing.
I was going to say it if you weren't. So yeah.
But the point I'm making here is Jay Lucas has to take all of that away from his brain. He is just to make it another night at the office, because if he realizes where he is, when he's here, and what he's doing, and who he's facing, he is in for a long, long night.
I completely agree with that, and I love the fact, and it's so good to hear someone like you make the comparison here between the Action Building and historic venues like the Hammerstein Ballroom, like the 2300 Arena. Like, it's amazing to see that, and again, you're right. The bright lights of Southern Honor can be a lot for anybody to take in, especially someone like the superstar Jay Lucas.
But he's called the superstar for a reason, so it doesn't matter what venue he's in. He's going to shine. And tonight, man, I'm just so impressed with how over he is with this crowd already. And Owen Knight and superstar Jay Lucas, pretty even in this matchup so far.
And I will say that's the beauty of the world we live in today. I'm very anti-social media because everybody's the worst and I hate all your opinions.
Wow.
That being said, we live in a world now where Jay Lucas is known before he steps foot in this building because these people are able to access him. They're able to go online. They're able to see what this guy can bring to the table.
Lucas goes for the trip. Then he went for the leapfrog, but he got caught. He got hung up there. Couldn't quite make it over the head of Owen Knight. And Owen Knight hits him with that kick right to the midsection.
The problem with the bright lights is they can be blinding.
They certainly can. And you have to be careful, again, with moves that you might normally do in other spaces. The bright lights can really kind of change your equilibrium on that.
Series of arm drags and then a beautiful drop kick there from the superstar.
And, you got to wonder, we've talked about Jay Lucas and the bright lights for that, but there's a part of me that's wondering where the head of Owen Knight is. It's been 370 days since Owen Knight has had a singles match here at Southern Honor. It's a long, long time to be away.
Oh, Lucas up over the top rope. Somersault plancha lands right on the head of Owen Knight. Owen down on the floor next to us here.
It looked like Owen tried to catch him there, but he got clipped on the back of his head by his knee. I remember watching Jesus Castillo Jr. cripple Edge with that for a short time. That's a very dangerous move to both give and take.
For sure. Expert analysis there coming from Sal. Meanwhile, we see Jay Lucas, who is, you talked before earlier about youthful.
Heads up. Massive crossbody. Hook of the leg. Might have an upset here. But here's my question, would it even be an upset?
Well, and I think it would still be classified as an upset because Owen Knight, a 12-year veteran, a former SHW champion, for Jay Lucas to come in here on his first night and defeat a former SHW champion, that would be an upset.
Man, oh man, talk about turning some heads.
He turned a lot of heads with that one.
It would definitely be putting the locker room on notice that the kid's legit.
You better believe that.
Owen goes for the trip, hits the drop kick right to the teeth of Jay Lucas.
And so let me ask you, we talked about this earlier with Jackson Drake.
Here, hang on.
Could we be looking at a small case of, I'll call it youthful exuberance in the case of Jay Lucas?
Absolutely, especially with this crowd getting behind him. And that's that half second you don't want to take. You're walking into new grounds and these people know you. They recognize you and they respect you. That can go to your head whether you intend it to or not. You want to shine the brightest, but you're going to take your eye off the prize. And when you do so, you make stupid decisions.
Wow. Like turning your back on your opponent.
Now clubbing forearm right to the chin from Owen Knight to Jay Lucas. Lucas Rock now back in the corner.
Hey, yo.
Man, oh, man.
I don't know if you caught that, but that went right to the larynx.
That was a thud. And it was a thud, man.
He said silence. Oh, God.
And it reverberates throughout the action building. What a chop.
Now, I don't know if that was a pork chop or a lamb chop, but that was quite the chop.
Now back suplex. Pin attempt here. Lateral press from Owen Knight.
Are we talking about puppets?
Well
not
said.
that pork chop.
A different pork chop.
Lamb chop, excuse me.
Or, different chop.
Either way, I'm starving.
For sure.
Owen Knight now trying to just slow down the high flyer, trying to slow down Jay Lucas.
Which is day one thought process, right? You got a guy that can take to the sky, that can attack you from anywhere. You put him on the ground, you keep him on the ground, and he loses 90% of his offense. It's just brilliant pro wrestling.
And an elbow to the back of the head from Owen Knight to Lucas. Lucas now in the corner, trying to regroup, trying to get back to his feet.
Owen Knight has a very interesting look on his face. It's extremely determined, as though he's going to teach this young buck an important lesson.
Aggressiveness.
Ooh, working team captain charges in, hits his ribs on that top turnbuckle. And now the forearm of Owen Knight meets the face of Jay Lucas, but a back elbow from Lucas tonight.
And again, you don't want to create space. When you create space while you're on the offense, that gives your opponent room to breathe.
Owen went for another suplex, but Lucas lands on his feet, but he eats a kick to the midsection, and now into the ropes. What a clothesline! Nearly taking the head off of Owen Knight.
Jay Lucas reached deep and grabbed that lariat there.
Twice Owen Knight had Jay Lucas.
A brain buster from Lucas. A brain buster to Owen Knight.
Cover him.
For the
This could
win.
be all.
He didn't have his weight on his shoulders.
man,
there.
oh,
You got
man.
to have your weight on the shoulders if you want to keep him down.
And that could be, again, one of those youthful lessons. Oh, gosh.
Oh, that lariat right to the back of the head, and almost another pinfall there for Lucas, but Knight fires up the right shoulder just in time.
A lariat like that will make any man drool like a baby.
Agreed. Jay Lucas spending this is year 3 in the business. What a huge moment this could be if he could get the win over someone who's been in the business 4 times longer than he has.
The high flyer going to go up to the high rent district here.
He's
for the
here
top
to make
rope.
a statement.
He's looking around. As Owen lined up, but nobody home. Went for a big stomp. Owen saw it coming in a super kick from Owen Knight to Lucas. And oh man, Knight charges in with a back elbow, now a forearm.
And this is the wheelhouse right here of Owen Knight.
Oh man, pin attempt here, hooks the inside leg, and both legs hook now.
Oh, I thought he had
Man,
it.
Lucas, look how he barely got the right shoulder up, and I mean barely, GB.
I mean, like you could barely slip a piece of paper under that shoulder.
That was not a kick out, that was a roll up. I don't even know if Jay Lucas did that on purpose or if he just instinctually rolled that shoulder off the mat there.
Makes me wonder if Jay Lucas even knows where he is right now.
Now, if I was Owen's coach, I'd be in his ear right now. Cover him again.
Yeah.
He might not know where he is. Cover him again.
And
Hook the leg deeper.
Sal, what's that like when you're out of it and you're just, it's just instinct and you're just hearing or feeling the count? I mean, what's that like?
You're in a different world. You understand.
It's time to clock out, though.
No. Lucas lands on his feet. And now a quick roll up by the working team captain. No, just a 2 count. Uh-oh. Owen Knight using his weight for a pin attempt, but it gets countered by Lucas. And another counter. Wait a second.
And now we get it.
Oh, we got him this time. Man, oh man, series of pinfalls. And now Owen Knight finally victorious here. And Lucas can't believe it. He thought it was 2. Man, oh man.
Owen Knight, who normally goes for like his clock out and things like that, just decided to go ahead and do the right thing and just grab a move here. And it was a simple roll up this time, using the leverage of his weight to get the victory.
While that was smart pro wrestling, I'm very intrigued by the reaction of this crowd here at the Southern Honor at the Action Building.
You're right, it wasn't quite the explosion we normally hear when Owen wins a matchup. But again, this crowd was fairly split the whole match.
They were.
Don't do no bullshit.
Owen Knight extending his hand, showing respect to
We
the
love to see
young
it.
up-and-comer.
Wait
Wait a
a
second,
minute.
Wait a minute.
Grayson Pierce. We heard from him a little earlier.
He said he was going to take a chance on himself, but what is he doing and why?
Oh, give me a break.
Oh, my
The
God.
double stomp right to the back of the head of Jay Lucas. And Knight was sent out of the ring after the sneak attack from Grayson Pierce.
But why?
And now Knight back in the ring, and there goes Pierce.
What is the message that Grayson Pierce is trying to send?
He said he was going to take a chance on himself here. What's the meaning of this?
I don't understand this at all.
It looks like his faith is in himself, huh?
Clearly. With no backup, with no assistance, he goes there after Jay Lucas and Owen Knight.
Hey, he attacks 2 men here, really trying to prove a point. Is Grayson Pierce.
What a debut we had here by Jay. But at the end of the night, experience wins again, my friends.
Once again, a big congratulations to Owen Knight and these people. Wait
a second. Owen Knight trying to show the respect to Jay Lucas, and now Lucas not wanting to have any of it.
I don't understand this.
Interesting.
We're left with more questions and answers here tonight, folks, at SHW 68.
Wild turn of events here. Congratulations again to Owen Knight, the working team captain. You gotta wonder if somebody at some point might be able to catch up with Jay Lucas and get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we got to figure out what's going on there, but we got a lot more show to go, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Yeah.